Hey guys, what's up? Johnny Kinswater here with Concert Addiction, and along with a shit ton of other tours and festivals and things like that were announced yesterday, we got one of the main big rock festivals, or at least that's the way I see it, in this country, announced their lineup yesterday, and that would be that Fort Rock announced their full lineup. All the artists that are going to be there were announced yesterday, which is awesome. And like I said, I made a video not too long ago about the, which one was it? Rock on the Range. Welcome to Rockville's also been announced not too long ago. Carolina Rebellion was also announced yesterday, and I'll make a video about that as well. Those are usually the main ones. You also got Rocklahoma and a couple other festivals like that, but it's festival announcement season. I'm happy about it, so we'll dive right into this one. This is Fort Rock. The headliners are, it doesn't really have like one headliner because it's a two-day festival, obviously April 28th through the 29th, and on Saturday they have three bands up top, and I'm guessing the first one listed is the main headliner, but it could go anyway with these three bands. On the first day we got Godsmack, Five Finger Death Punch, and Shinedown. So these three are all usually pretty regulars at these kind of festivals. Usually if you go to a 3 or 4 day thing, there's a good chance one of these guys will be headlining at least one of those days. I've been to a couple rock festivals, and Five Finger Death Punch has been at every single one besides Riot Fest. So that's pretty cool to see them. Obviously, if it ain't fixed, don't broke it. Then the headliner for the next day is the big one, and this is who I speculated might be announced for more of these big festivals. I was surprised he wasn't at Rock on the Range, but then somebody in the comments pointed out to me that that's because he's going to be touring somewhere else during that time. This festival obviously takes place in April, a little earlier, so he is free, so he's going to be at that one. That's Ozzy Osbourne, the main headliner for Fort Rock for night 2. Also on that day, we got some other mainstays that have been popping up at a lot of festivals, and one big one that announced a tour, which I'll also be making another video about. The next three bands on day 2 are Breaking Benjamin, Stone Sour, and Stone Temple Pilots. So, Stone Sour and Breaking Benjamin, they're kind of festival mainstays. You usually see these guys playing all sorts of festivals, and that's awesome. They're moving their way up the bills, obviously, almost at the headliner spot, which is cool. Stone Temple Pilots, they were announced for Rock on the Range. They're announced here, and they just announced a full tour. So that'll be really cool to see how they do. It'll be interesting to see how the fans take their new singer, whose name escapes me again, and I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll learn it by the time I make that video. But anyways, that'll be cool to see. We also got sprinkled throughout this timeline, I'll just name them off, pretty stacked lineup here. Hailstorm, Bullet for My Valentine, Under Oath, Trivium, Hatebreed, Texas Hippie Coalition, Bad Wolves, which is cool to see. They obviously got a big kick from Tommy Vex filling in for Ivan Moody over the summer, and now they're playing festivals with Five Finger Death Punch, which I'm sure they've done before, but it's cool because they're popping up on a lot of them, and that's really cool to see. We also got Killswitch Engage, Hollywood Undead, which is actually higher up on this bill than it's been on previous bills, which is kind of cool to see. They've had a bit of a lineup change, and they're kind of making a bit of a comeback. I remember a couple of years ago, Hollywood Undead was the shit. Now they've kind of tampered off. They're playing smaller venues. They're not nearly as big, but this shows that they might be slowly coming back. We also got Seven Dust, Pop Evil, Red Sun Rising, and Avatar. So, a lot of cool stuff sprinkled throughout that lineup. It'll be really cool to see. Hopefully, for me, this lineup's pretty fucking good, but I hope it's good enough for a lot of people. I know a lot of Fort Rock fans were pissed off because earlier this year they announced the move. Previously, this festival's been held in Fort Myers. This year, they've announced that they moved it to Fort Lauderdale, and that has a lot of people pissed off. Hopefully, Ozzy Osbourne lightens that blow and people aren't as upset about it. I'm not familiar with the area, so I'm not sure the distance, but I know people like the Fort Myers community. I know it was a shorter drive for a lot of people, so it is a bummer that they moved, but I'm sure there was reason for it. That I don't know, which I should have looked up, and I'm sorry, but it's going to be an awesome festival nonetheless. Definitely one that I may consider going to. We'll see. But that's going to do it for this one. Keep an eye on the channel. Shit ton of news dropped this week already, and it's only Tuesday, so there's going to be videos coming out all week. Make sure to check those out. Subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss them. Also, check out my Facebook page and my website, facebook.com/concertaddiction, and never miss anything in the world of live music. Talk about whenever festival lineups like this one are announced, tour announcement, concert news. I just made a video about John Mayer. Hope he's doing well and shit like that. Also do recaps. Got a couple coming up soon. This weekend I'm seeing both Papa Roach and Foo Fighters, so those recaps should be up sometime next week. Make sure to come back out and watch those. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.